We gotta get one of these.
Yeah, dude.
Hey, what's up fam? Today I'm sharing with you my first experience at iCast 2023. I was invited by Bait Finesse Empires. So yeah, I was there as a retailer, met a lot of folks. Obviously met Amir, and once again, thank you for bringing me with you. Also met Hunter, he's also a content creator at Bait Finesse Empires. And yeah, thank you Hunter for driving us around, okay? And y'all need to check out his channel because he did a lot of videos, press release style for Bait Finesse stuff and more, so check that out. But anyway, in this video, I'm sharing with you some of the things that I was interested in. And yeah, I was basically there for 1.5 days. The first day was registration and on a water demo, but that day was cut short due to some rainstorm. And then second day, we were there early and we were there pretty much till when they shut off the lights. They were like, get out. And the next day we went fishing, didn't do well, and I flew home. But yeah, I will definitely go back next year if I can. And I'll probably be there for multiple days because I was not able to go to every single booth that I wanted. But yeah, in this video, this is what I'll do, okay? I'll talk about some of the folks that I've met, okay? So not just, you know, brand folks, like I work with a lot of folks like Z-Man and stuff like that, and, you know, we chatted before on social media, and it's great to meet these folks, you know, face to face for the first time, you know, strengthen our bonds and stuff like that, right? But no, there's actually other social media anglers out there, so we'll talk about that as well. But yeah, I'm gonna focus first on the booths that I thought was you know, interesting to share with y'all. So yeah, you definitely want to take a look at the description below as I left basically chapters of each different booth and what I thought about the things that will be coming very soon to the fishing market. Y'all ready for this? Let's do this. All right, so first day was pretty much on the water demo, right? There was a lot of people out there. But I don't want to talk about all the stuff that I tried just yet because I want to lead into day 2 when I actually spoke to these folks, like spent more time talking to these folks in their products, okay? So day 1, I really want to focus on talking about kayaks because I was there trying to try some kayaks, but unfortunately a lot of people want to do it. And the main one that I wanted to try was any kayaks that used a Bixpy motor. But when I first got there, you know, there was St. Croix, there was Ark, there were Cashion, and they saw a logo on the shirt, and yes, we were wearing shirts like these, right? And they pulled us over, we chit-chatted, played around with stuff, and then rain came, and then Bixpy packed up the stuff and left. And I was like, dang it, I wanted to play. And guess what? Like, it rained for maybe half an hour, then slowed down, and it was gone. And then, well, yeah, couldn't try a Bixpy. But I did try a Torqueedo, and well, you know what? Why don't we just jump to the video of me riding a kayak that have a Torqueedo, because it was fun. I'm assuming you plug this in the safety area?
Kill switch, it goes right here.
Okay, look at that. Wow.
And I want you to check your
foot length?
leg length.
Probably need to shorten it a little bit, yeah. Whoa.
Oh, dang, that thing's strong. So you're going...
I just knocked that down by accident.
Reverse.
Yep.
That is reverse. If you do reverse, you want to ease into it, and it'll bring you back a little bit. But forward is like that.
Right. Oh, I just felt it. Whoa.
Yeah, so
that's interesting.
on the throttle when you're out there.
Okay. And this is the steering system, right?
Yeah,
so if I push the left side, it goes.
Before you push here, you need to have already released there. So go ahead and push this one forward as far as you can. Yep. And then let pressure off, and then push the other way.
And
that's it. That's steering. Even them up.
Straight.
And then, okay, yeah, okay, yep.
And then, you know.
Hey Jimmy, you want it sideways or?
Sideways, please.
Okay.
All right, check that out. And just go left. Oh wow, that's pretty cool. Slowly, ease it in. Woo! Whoa, that's reverse, right? That's interesting. You stop right away if you want to put it in reverse, right? So I'll turn this way. Follow those guys right there. But yeah, this is a pretty cool thing. Look at that. The speed and everything, the battery. Whoa, holy crap, I'm going. Yo, this is amazing. And then we'll ease it up, right? Because there's people right here. But yeah, this is very nice. Like, I've been using a pedal drive system for so long with Hobie, right? Now that I have this right here, you know, I could fish. I could put it in reverse, right? Slowly, ease it in. Yep, you put it too fast, it's gonna do that spit. You hear it. But right now, yeah, doing a little reverse, then you put it back and stop.
then we go back forward. This is great. Like a lot of times when I'm pedal drive fishing, right, I'm searching for spots, and all of a sudden you see something bust, right? I can't really stop without putting my paddles out, but I'm holding the rods and you can't do it. But right here, you put in right like this, just stop it right away, and now you have a spot and you fish, right? This is amazing. Anyway, let's do some speed, shall we? Whoop. Let's go this way. Hold up. Yeah, I gotta get used to this. Let me just turn up, up. Wow. This is crazy. I'm turning back around. I am loving this, folks. Go fast, go slow. Turn harder. Look at that. That's a nice sharp turn right there. And then even it out, slow it down. I'm really liking this, but I have to get used to it. Like right now, the steering system, my rudder system for my Hobie is on the left, right? But now I'm using my foot, and it's very interesting. Yeah, the left is for the left side, the right for the right side. But imagine if I were to use this for my Hobie and I get used to it. Like if I were just to put the motor right on my Hobie kayak, that would be amazing. All right, I'm going back to the dock right now, and yeah, I need to get used to this. I'm gonna do a wide thing, but I've got to wait for people there. All right, but yeah, kayak fishing, game changer with electric motor. Oh man. All right, let me just get around. Man, it's so fast. Woo! All right. Let's see if I got any good driving skills here. And oh, no. Smash it? Whoa, not good.
Oh, you missed.
I missed.
You get to try again.
It's all right, I put on reverse. Reverse. Game changer, the reverse and the instant stop. I love it. So go this way and then floor it. Here we go. Whoop.
Nice.
So yeah, the Torqueedo was super fast. I liked it. Day 2, right? I got inside and I did meet with Bixpy and I checked out the stuff, and I think I will be leaning towards Bixpy, like their new motor, the K1 motor, and also their new battery system, big, huge. And looking at the specs and everything, I think it will be really, really nice for my Hobie. And I am in the market for another kayak, and likely it'll be another Hobie or similar pedal drive system. So as long as I get the mount that put right in front, I could just simply pick it up, put on my new kayak, and there I go. That is not set in stone yet. So for those who are loving their specific kayaks, right? Y'all watch my videos, y'all probably see what I do. You know, I do some shallow water swamps for snakeheads or for bass, right? And I also do some lakes. And the lakes are not that shallow, but you know, I do some lakes, I do some big reservoirs, I do some back bays fishing. You know, what's your favorite kayak for those type of water? Leave me a comment below and I might just get the same kayak as you. All right, so we are now on day 2, right? And I stopped by about 2-3 dozens of stalls, right, booths, and guess what? I still had about 50 more that I need to stop by, and I just couldn't stop by every single one in one single day. And yep, you gotta talk to people, you gotta take some filming, right? You gotta take some photos. Yeah, I definitely want to spend more time next time, like at least 2 full days at iCast. And yeah, they said there's a lot of free stuff towards the end. Like after the voting and stuff like that, a lot of companies already leaving the 2nd day, 3rd day, 4th day, right? You get out there, you get the freebies, you go home, you get some free stuff. I missed out on free stuff, man. You know about Chinese folks, man. We are loving freebies, and I missed out. Anyways, let's just go through my list of cool stuff, because I got a whole list of things I want to talk about. And the first one was Z-Man. I gotta give Z-Man a quick shout out because they've been taking good care of me for, I guess, the past year with some samples and stuff like that to play around with, and I'm loving the route they're going. And they gave me a booklet that they have here, so I'm just gonna make it very, very easy and just talk about a few things that I think y'all need to look out for. And the first one is this right here, their new chatterbait, the Evo chatterbait. All right, this chatterbait here is gonna be the jackhammer killer. And you know, one of the folks there actually said, he agreed with that because I asked him, so is this a jackhammer killer? He's like, yes, but I can't really say that out loud. Like that's basically his stance on it too. What I'm seeing here, there's actually two different bait holders. You see that thick guy right there and a little wire guy right there, right? And then they're talking about that this chatterbait here is gonna, you know, hit the water, and once you start reeling, it's gonna start chattering right away. That's basically jackhammer, right? So if you guys look really, really close, right, the price is cheaper than jackhammer. So with the price right here, would it be a jackhammer killer? You damn right it's gonna be. And they also bring out a new chatterbait trailer. They call it Chatter Spike 4.5 inches. It looks pretty gnarly, okay? So yeah, it's gonna be very, very fun to play with these. I can't wait to get it. Okay, they got some Goby lures, which I won't use. This one that came with a jig, but it's very similar to the one that you see at Mega Bass, but you know, it's Elastec wise, and also they played around with the balancing of the jig, so it's always gonna stay flat, so it doesn't fall over. Really nice. But I will be playing with this guy right here, the TRD Goby, which is a 2.4 inch version, okay? You know, you step it on one of those Ned jigs and crawl around, see how that goes, right? Anyways, I want to share with y'all this one right here, the Baby Ballers. Now, if y'all remember last year when it brought out the microplastic, right, the sub 2 inches, right, there's one of these similar shed style shape, and they have a spade type tail, right? I felt like that one right there kind of ripped very easy with some of the fish that I have, because right around here there's a lot of smaller fish, and they peck our tails, and even with Z-Man, a few pecks of that small little tail, it's gone. I mean, you still could fish it without the bulk. It's just a normal, you know, jerk shad, crappie shad, right? But with this right here, it looks like it's more sturdier, so I can't wait to play with this guy here. And what's gonna be most important for those who want to throw small stuff like me on jig heads are these right here. Look at that. Some shad heads. Comes in many different sizes from 1/32 ounce to 3/16, which is really nice. I think not only is going to be working for crappie fishermen, right, trout fishermen, but I think some of the back bait inshore fishing, throwing some of these could catch us some fun stuff, you know? And I guess I skipped this one here. There's a micro goat. I did not run into that while I was there because everyone was playing with it, but you know, the goat was really nice, and I can see I'm using this kind of like a little crawl anyway, fishing on the bottom, so I could probably use it on some of the traditional Ned jigs that they have in their past, right? Anyways, the last thing I want to show from them is really this guy right here, okay? The rattlesnaker. I don't know if y'all saw one of my videos in a more recent days. I released a video playing around with this, and guess what? They actually partnered with Rattlesnaker, and they brought out their own tool, and this is the upgraded version. If you look at here, you actually put the glass rattles in here. Loving it. Quick story, I was fishing with my younger brother, back bass for flounder. I was using Berkeley Gold, and we all know that flounder love the scent, especially in cooler season, but you know what? Summertime, they don't really care for the scent. What drew them in was actually rattles. My brother was using a soft plastic that had a rattle on it, and he caught so many fish, way more than I did when I was using the Berkeley Gulp. So rattles, I think it's gonna be a hot thing coming very soon for the fishing community, especially for Z-Man, because Z-Man, the plastic could hold these rattles in really nice, but it's hard to put in the plastic. So this tool right here, bomb.com, gotta get one. All right, the next booth, Cashion. Man, these folks love us. Like I said, during the first day when we walked by, they saw the logo and everything. It's like, Bait Fitness Empires, we love y'all. And so we went up to them and connected and everything. Great folks, really, really nice folks. And you know what? They already sent me their Icon Salty Ned Rig. And yes, it's upside down to you guys because I can't put my rod on this side because the wall's right there. But yep, I already fished it once already. I love it. Let me just read off the specs for you guys right now so you guys can get an understanding of this. But do stay tuned for my first fishing impression of this rod with more details of the rod. So anyway, it's a 7-foot, 2-inch fast tip action, medium light, rated for 4 to 10 pound line and 1/8 ounce to 7/16 ounce. Now, yes, I have a BFS reel on it, and you can fish light stuff. As you see, I have a 3-inch Euro Tackle B vibe on here. Slayed a lot of flounder using the setup in the back base, also do some heavier stuff. What I can see is this is going to be a very, very impressive, fun finesse rod for the US market. There's a bait casting one, there's a spinning one, right? For the bait caster, because that's what I'm into, you could definitely throw a BFS reel on this and throw the lighter Spectrum, or you could throw the next level up like a Verso Finesse or a mid-size spool and throw some of the heavier stuff up to the 7/16 side. So very, very fun. So yeah, if you want to learn more about this rod right here, you definitely want to stay tuned for my fishing episode. All right, the next folks, Ark. Ran to Ark and man, oh man, I am loving this reel. The Gravity BFS reel. I know a lot of folks have already said, hey, this is basically the Highball Rise BFS reel, and you're absolutely right. It's basically it. These two companies work together side by side. Ark Gravity actually designed the whole thing. Louis, who is the president of Ark Rods, he's a designer, developer, okay? He engineered the whole thing with this team, and Highball puts it all together. And as a team, they said that, hey, Ark Rods have the market share in the US, and Highball have the market share in Asia. So, you know, different names for different players, it'll sell more. Louis don't really care which one you buy. You buy the Rise you want because, you know, you can buy it right now. And some folks argue it's cheaper, right? Go for it. But for those who are in US, you won't get a warranty if you buy the Highball Rise. But if you do buy the Ark Gravity BFS reel when it comes out, you will have warranty. But the president of Ark, Louis, man, this guy knows his stuff. I mean, you know that he definitely have a lot of hands-on development with this reel, because when Amir and Hunter was asking questions, he was just throwing numbers right off his head. Like, hey, what's the weight of the spool? It's like, it's 5.65 with the bearings on. And then he said another number without the bearings on. I was like, wow, this guy knows his stuff. Oh, the bearing size is this size. I was like, whoa, this guy knows the reel in and out. That's really, really cool. And I spoke with them, and hopefully, maybe I'll get a reel before the release actually happens, which is in fall. And I get to play with it. And I'll let you guys know what I think about it. But, you know, I did play with it just a little bit during the on the water demo. I casted the lure, and I was like, wow, this is pretty impressive. I looked at the spool and I was like, it's not as shallow as some other reels, but it's okay. I think the US folks will love it this way. And one thing I learned about this reel is that it is also rated for saltwater, so it's gonna be very, very nice. So yeah, if you want to see Jimbo play around with this reel, leave me a comment below. Next folks, St. Croix. The Mojo Bass won the iCast award. That's pretty cool. They have two BFS rods, I believe, in the lineup, but I was able to play with one a little bit. I played with the heavier one, okay, and they had a crankbait on it, and it was not bad. I think for the on the water demo, I would have preferred if they had a lighter crankbait and a actual nice BFS reel on it, but you know, they kind of use it as a cranking rod. So it was pretty interesting. But yeah, it's not bad. I do want to get into some of the treble hook stuff. So if this is truly a treble hook style rod, then it'll be nice. Now, I didn't get to play with it too much, nor did I speak with him too much, because when I was there, Hunter was all on it, and you know, there were just too many other places that I want to spend my time at, and I was like, okay, I'll come back here. And guess what? Jimbo didn't have much time, and didn't get to explore St. Croix too much, but I do have the contact, so hopefully I may get one, you know. But I know Hunter, he's likely gonna get one or two rods from St. Croix to play around with, so definitely, once again, check out Hunter. All right, Abu Garcia. I'm gonna keep this super short because when we got there, we saw reels with shell spools on it. I think they're all the same one. They may have two reels, but we just picked up one, okay? And they knew we were interested in the reels, and they made eye contact with us, and well, they didn't come to us to say anything, but when we finally got a hold of them, they couldn't answer any questions that we had. So we decided to take the reel apart and weigh the spools. And well, just one spool, okay? So this spool right here is over 16 grams, so it's pretty heavy. It uses centrifugal braking, and I got a sense that this might just be a skipping reel and not a BFS reel. But luckily, you could probably throw some BFS stuff, maybe the power side, but 16 grams, that's a lot and heavy. And you know what? Let's just end it here because they already have BFS reels overseas. Just bring it on over, Abu. Just bring it on over, okay? Next booth, this is a sleeper one, Bates. Bates is an interesting company because they actually take a block of aluminum and they actually shave it down to shape, and boom, you have an aluminum reel. Like, it's solid, rock solid. You would think it's heavy, but this thing is light. Their new reel that they have is called a Hundo, and the spool is just under 10 grams, and they had a reel with thin braid on it, and it wasn't maxed out all the way, and I was like, yo, that's interesting. So we had one of the guys and Hunter, we went to the casting area with inside iCast, the building, right, of the convention center. They were casting. I saw that it was casting a 2-point-something gram plug. It was supposed to be like maybe a 6-gram plug, but they cut it down, which is pretty funny. But when they were casting, they were launching it, not too bad. Went to the left a little bit. So yeah, the spool is definitely too heavy for that, but you know, imagine if they create a shallow spool for that reel, you know, so it could dispense more line per rotation, and also it's lighter. Man, I think Hundo got something. Maybe they will drop a BFS reel. Let me talk to them. Anyway, that's all I have to say. Maybe I will get this reel for, you know, my typical other bait casting fishing, because at a 10-gram spool and you cast something that light, potentially it'll be great on a medium light, medium, right? Medium heavy for sure, but you know, medium side, I could do a lot of finish with some bigger plastics. So yeah, if I have time, maybe I'll get that. But you know, my focus is mainly BFS usually, and then in a colder season, I throw bigger lures for those big fish. So maybe I'll fit that in somewhere. What do you guys think? All right, the next one, very exciting to tell this story because it was very interesting. So day one, right, or maybe like a pre-day, okay, out the water demo, right, we're walking by and the stall booth right there was a band of anglers. Patrick Sapio was right there, and he was demoing his lures. He was talking about his lures, and as I was walking by, he picks up the next lure, and the next lure was the dart spin. And I was like, oh yes, dart spin. And then all of a sudden he picks up the small dart spin, the 1/16 ounce version, the one I love. And guess what? The day before, I was fishing that, fishing for Berry Monday, and I was knocking out them, like the big ones, left and right. And I interrupted him rudely, okay, rudely, because you know I was just too excited. And I showed him the photo of the Berry Monday I caught, and it was like very nice. And I was like, no, look closer. And I brought the phone closer, and he looked at the mouth, and he saw the dart spin, the small one. And it's like, whoa, that's really awesome, congratulations. And yeah, and he also said, thank you for sharing. And you know, I smiled, and he shook my hands, and I basically walked away because he was doing his demo, right? I was gonna come back later, but I didn't come back later, unfortunately, because, you know, just too busy. And then the second day, okay, inside the convention center, and I saw his booth, and as I was walking up, he already saw me. He said, Jimmy! And yes, and you know, I just walked up to him, and we started chit-chatting. And they had a few new lures that I was interested in. There was one that's kind of like a fluke style lure, flat, and you could skip that. I was asking for some top water lures, and I was showing some stuff, and I was asking for some snakehead lures. So maybe in the future, maybe we could talk some more offline. Maybe there'll be some cool stuff coming out. I definitely want to try out some of their stuff, some newer stuff, and also I'm thinking trying some of their salt stuff. But a lot of their salt stuff are a little big, okay, a little big. So you know, I could get some medium stuff, maybe some versatile finesse fishing in the back bays. I don't know, we shall see. But a band of anglers, fun stuff, fun lures, and great guy. All right, so Daiwa USA. Went to their booth. You know, I love the Daiwa Tatula 100, like the old one that I got, the 2019, I believe. And now they have a new one. And I did play with it on the water. And here, why don't I share with you guys on the water for a second. You guys can watch that, then we'll come back and we'll talk about how I feel about this reel. At iCast, got the new Tatula 100. And look, someone already changed the zero tension adjuster. They made it so loose. Come on, you're not supposed to touch this, folks. Let me pre-tune this back for y'all. Look, oh my gosh, who tuned this? There we go. And now I put this thing at break number 6, and yeet. Look at that. That is nice. Very small, compact, perfect. So yeah, Tatula 100, I love it, and I can't wait to get it. I will be using this reel for various applications. Obviously, I will play around with aftermarket spools, but I do want to stick with, you know, the stock spool and make more videos, some like introduction to bait casting, and I want to grow the bait casting scene. And I totally feel that Daiwa reels is hitting the ball out of ballpark very easily for new anglers who want to play with bait casting reels. I used to love centrifugal braking, but once I started guiding people and also teaching friends, family how to fish, all of them hate centrifugal braking. It's just very, very difficult for folks to try to learn bait casting using centrifugal braking. If you think about it, there is a lot of variables. You know, you have to first time your lure, right? And based on the weight, you gotta let it adjust the tension knob so that it falls down slowly, touch the ground, and doesn't overspool, right? There's just too much stuff. For a Daiwa reel like the Tatula 100, out of the box, the zero tension knob adjuster, you don't touch that. All you do is play around with the magnetic braking, the braking dial on the side. You put it 50%, cast. No thumb needed. Most of the lures have 50%, no thumb needed at all. And then as you get used to it, you back down the brakes, and then you start using your thumb, learning the thumb. You thumb it at the beginning if you need to, just feather it a little bit, but you definitely want to thumb right before the lure hits the water, and no backlash. Very, very simple. Everyone who used my Daiwa reels love it. So yeah, I will be doing some tutorial videos, some skipping tutorials and everything, because a lot of people have been asking about skipping. So yeah, I'll use the Tatula 100. I think it's going to be very affordable, priced at $179.99. So definitely a win in my books. Now, BFS side. Woo, this is going to be an interesting story. So they have no BFS reels. Like, I went to the booth and I asked them, do you have any BFS reels? They said no. And I was like, why not? It's like, we just don't have plans for any BFS reels at the moment. I was like, so what do you guys have? Do you have any BFS rods? Well, we have a Steez rod. Don't very light lures. I was like, oh really? You have a Steez rod, huh? Let me see that. Oh, looks so beautiful. Let's see. Let me put a BFS reel on it. I reached into my bag. I put the Conquest on it. And it's like, doesn't this look nice? And they looked at it. They did not smile. They didn't like it at all. I was like, but that's reality, folks. That's reality. You have a BFS rod right now, but you don't have a BFS reel. Okay? So I took the reel off, but at this time there's a lot of people because, you know, the Conquest looks beautiful, very beautiful. So there's about maybe 5 people right around me. Okay, some of them are Daiwa folks, some of them not. And then I reached in my bag. The next thing I brought out was the Salamander Air TW. Now all eyes start glowing. It's like, is that Tatula? I was like, it's like the Tatula. It's from Asia. It's a rebranded. They call it Salamander, and this is the Air TW. It's a BFS reel, and everyone started gathering. And a lot, maybe about a dozen people. A lot of those folks were Daiwa folks, like real Daiwa folks. Well, not like Daiwa worker, but some of them were more like pro staff, pro anglers, and they were playing around with it. It's like, oh man, I don't need a spinning reel anymore. I was like, you damn right, you don't need a spinning reel anymore. But well, I'm not gonna diss the spinning folks because there are some applications for it, but that guy right there, that said, like an older guy, he was like, I hate spinning reels, but I have to use some of them for some stuff. I was like, well, you gotta try this. And it's like, where can I get it? And it's like, Bait Finesse Empires. I'm not here trying to, you know, sell anything to anyone. I just want y'all to bring Bait Finesse stuff to the United States because you guys have the most BFS and also finesse casting reels in the Asian market. Just bring it on over. So the guy was like, well, we do plan on bringing something for the next classic. I was like, dude, next classic? That's a long time. But anyway, you guys need the Salamander Air TW. You guys get a Bait Finesse Empires. And, you know, a couple of them actually came up to me for cards because they were actually interested. So, yeah, hopefully, you know, after I made a scene at Daiwa, maybe there will be some BFS stuff next classic. So hopefully that comes through. All right, KastKing booth. Now, KastKing this year, 2023 iCast is all about their new smart reel, the iReel. And it was kind of interesting. I'm all about data analytics, right? And this reel right here, I found very fun. I probably won't get it because I'm more into the BFS stuff at the moment, but I am gonna keep my eye on it because I love seeing data. But anyway, here is a clip of AJ showing us this new reel.
Miss you guys' head a little bit. So this is
51st casting distance 29.42 yards.
There's a lot more information to show you too.
48.05 miles per hour.
So take a
Current
look.
reel speed 2.01 miles per hour.
See that line guide?
Yes.
How weird that line guide looks?
Yeah.
So let's reel this in and I'll show you what that is. It is our axis line guide.
Average reel speed 2.47 miles per hour.
So what happens is, as you can see, when you're actually retrieving, bringing a line in, it narrows. It folds to narrow your line width, right? But when you drop it open,
It opens up.
see how it opens wide? So it'll allow this line to spool off quickly, easily, for greater casting distances and things to that nature. Now with this is also, we have 2 different models. This is the IFC, which is the intelligent frequency control system, and then we also have the A&B, which is the auto mag braking system. So this one's going to retail for about $350, and the other one is $299. So under $400 for the world's first AI, so to speak, or intelligent smart reel. Two different models, the mechanical on the braking system versus the actual frequency magnetic controls. So really awesome stuff. That special axis wing is first on the market to design. There's a lot of really cool things that this reel is showing that you can't hardly get into one video, you know what I mean? So it's really awesome, truly special, and it's going to be available this fall. So I'm holding the app and casting at the same time.
Casting distance 20.49 yards.
So now watch the retrieval.
Max casting speed 31.52 miles per hour.
You can change your graph and create patterns. You can smooth it out. So those little things, you have to almost open your mind.
Average wheel speed 2.17 miles per hour.
Hey, at this type of retrieval, I caught back-to-back fish here, and now you can start to use, like I said, the money ball patterns of going, okay, I'm getting this pattern figured out that much quicker, and you can actually see your fish catches and fishability information in stats, in real-world stats that's never been available before. We all just go,
Data analytics, let's go.
That's it.
Pretty interesting, yeah? Like I said, I'm gonna keep my eye on it. I hope to see KastKing bring out maybe a BFS version. That would be pretty darn cool for me to play with. But speaking about BFS, they don't have a new reel. They didn't address the Kestrel Elite over braking. I was hoping they'll bring the Valiant Eagle over, but hopefully if they do, they will at least address the over braking issue. Other than that, they did bring the Kestrel rods out, and it's not the Elite version, not the same one that you may have seen at a live stream that Bait Finesse Empires have ran. I think a couple people saw what we have over there. We didn't put it up on sale on the website, but people did reach out and people did buy some of Bait Finesse Empires. I don't think we will put it up, but I think there's a few left, and if you guys are interested, you guys reach out to Bait Finesse Empires and get more details about those rods. But yeah, the ones that we saw at iCast, not the same one. Looked at it, it feels okay, it looks okay. There's only one issue, and please don't hate me, KastKing. I know you guys are a little upset about me, giving a little too honest opinions, but you know what? It's all about having new folks give better products, you know, serve the community a lot better, you know, higher-end products, right? And everyone's happy. You know, I'm not here to bash y'all, okay? I'm here to make your products better and make the BFS community happy, okay? But anyway, the only thing I had to say was, if you looked at where the reel seat is and you know the twist handle to lock down the reel seat, that screw part that's connected to the rod itself, just too long. Trim it down, and I think it's pretty good. The price seems like it's set really well too, so it's perfect. I'm very happy because you know, I've been pushing for the Zephyr BFS rod to come over, and they've never done it, and they finally actually brought over a BFS rod. So maybe I'll give it a shot. I may order it online because right now, KastKing and I don't really have a good relationship since I've been too honest. But when I got to iCast, a lot of them were very nice, and Tate did, you know, put me aside like, hey Jimbo, maybe I'll help you smooth out the relationship just a bit. Don't know if that's gonna happen, but yeah, I may just whip out my own credit card, just, you know, buy a rod and play around with it. But if you want to, check it out. Check out Hunter, because I know he'll have a rod. So yeah, that was pretty much all the booth that I would like to share with y'all, but notable shout out is to Mudhole. Hunter's into building his own rods, and I stopped by with Hunter, and I did meet the folks at Mudhole, and it was like, hey, Jimmy, you need to roll your own, you need to you know, wrap your own, you know, make your own BFS rods, let's go. I was like, hey, maybe. So if y'all want to see Jimbo do some you know, rod making, leave me a comment below. But yeah, very nice folks, and what else do I want to talk about? I guess we will move on to the next portion of the video, which is basically folks that I met. That's not brands, right? So the first folks I want to talk about is Hey Skipper. You know, Hey Skipper is a YouTube channel that ran by Brendan and Aaron. These couples used to be in Baltimore area, and we were supposed to connect a few times back in the day, but never happened. And then, well, I finally met them at iCast. They moved down to Florida. They do a lot of saltwater fishing, and maybe we'll do some collaboration sometime in the future. Who knows? But yeah, really nice folks, and you guys definitely want to check out their fun fishing videos. Left a link in the description below. Wire to Fish, Jason Sealock. So Wire to Fish, a lot of articles, a lot of videos, right, on YouTube channel. I'm sure all y'all know about Wire to Fish, but Jason Sealock, he's just got into BFS fishing. a couple months ago, and he's been binging some of my videos. He's been buying stuff from Bait Finesse Empires, and you know, he do a lot of shout outs to me, and I didn't know really know him back then, and I finally met him, and you know, super nice guy, love the guy, and hopefully maybe one day we could actually cross paths and do some fishing together, right, Jason? Maybe. All right, really cool, really freaking cool. All right, next folks, YouTubers, AA anglers, content creators, even on Instagram. Met these folks at iCast, definitely aggressive, and I mean aggressive as in they want that content. They're content pumpers, okay? And very nice folks, and they are into bait finesse as well. So they dug our brains a little bit. They had us walk them around for some of the hot BFS stuff. So I'll probably pop up in some of the videos, or Hunter will, right, or Amir. But yeah, spoke with them. They're definitely really into bait finesse stuff, and maybe we'll work something out together in the future. I don't know, maybe some sort of collaboration videos. So stay tuned for that. I'm pretty excited because these guys are pretty cool. All right, the last folks that I ran into that was really cool was Tactical Bassin. Right, man, get to cross off that list. Finally met them, because who doesn't know them, right? Who doesn't? But anyway, they were basically sitting at the Cashion booth, and they were basically chit-chatting. They had the paper and everything. They were just you know, scribbling, talking to the Cashion folks, and you know, I'm just tiptoeing quietly. And as I got closer, and I was like, oh my God, it's them. Fanboy smile and everything like that, right? And then Matt was like, okay, looking. Then he just looked over like that, and he smiled back, and he stood up. And I was like, oh, dang, I didn't really want to interrupt that way, but you know what? He walked up to me and shook my hand, and we chatted a little bit. I showed him my Salamander Air TW for a little bit, but you know, I don't think he cares, because you know, he's a Shimano guy. But you know, got a photo with them, with Tim as well, and yeah, made my day. So here's the picture. All right, so there you have it, my experience, my first experience to iCast for 2023, and I definitely will go back again if I can. So quick shout out to Amir at Bait Finesse Empires for bringing me along. Can't thank you enough for this experience. Gotta thank you, my family, for letting me go, because you know, it's really tough to watch a kiddo by yourself, man. So thank you, wife, for letting me go. Thank you, Hunter, for driving us around, all right? And yeah, thank you all for watching this video, and I hope you have enjoyed it. If you guys want to see Jimbo do some press release style next year, if you guys are definitely interested, I'll definitely do a lot more prepping so that I can bring y'all the hot news from iCast. Anyway, the fish don't wait. Get out there and catch some fish. And also stay tuned for my videos.